There is Extremis there. And I don't know, here's Spider-Man. Old Spidey. This is the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. And here's Wolverine. That's looking to be a pretty good crew right there, I think. Alright. Hello! Today on the channel we're going to be unboxing Iron Man Extremis. This is an Avengers figure from Marvel Legends Hasbro. This one's been out for a little while. I don't have many, well, I only have one of these Puff Adder Build-A-Figure figures unboxed, and that was Captain America, the Ultimate Captain America, but this is a Build-A-Figure figure, but it doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure part, so did want to get this Extremis opened. I haven't unboxed many Iron Man figures in a while, so I really wanted to get this one unboxed. I think it looks super cool, so I'm excited to see what he looks like, not as a digital rendered picture on the front of the box. I want to see what he looks like in hand. But anyway, there's the front of the box. Let's go ahead and flip it to the back. There's the back of the box, and it fell over. Let me see if I can make it stand kind of like that, I guess. All right. There it is, and here is the first side. Little artwork of Iron Man there, comic book style. Next side is going to be your Puff Adder Build-A-Figure information. If I can get it to stand, okay. Yeah, you need Molecule Man, Baron Von Strucker, Yelena Belova, Marvel's Wonder Man, Marvel's Orb, and Ultimate Captain America to make Puff Adder. They didn't list this figure, Iron Man Extremis, because it doesn't have a part. So I'll be unboxing more of these and see if we can get Puff Adder built here on the channel, as I have all those figures. Let's go ahead and look at this. The top of the box is the Avengers logo. Bottom is your plastic-free stuff. Alright, let's set it here, pull the camera back, get a little closer look at everything. Then we'll get it completely unboxed. Alright. Marvel Legends there. Puff Adder, 4+, and Iron Man Extremis. Looking pretty darn cool in this digital render, but I really want to see in hand how cool it is. There's the Avengers logo down there. Warning, plastic free, Hasbro. But yeah, he looks pretty sweet, but I want to know, it's hard to tell on a printout, like what plastics were used, and are they shiny, are they matte? I'm sure they're probably more like a semi-gloss or something. Well, maybe shiny on the gold. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all looks out. But I'm excited to see if it is this cool, because that looks pretty sweet. So we just come with a couple extra hands with the blast effects, and then punchy hands installed. There's Marvel Legends on the top. Iron Man Extremis again. And the bottom is your barcode legalese. Let me go ahead and pull into that barcode in case you need it for whatever reason. Alright, let's set it here. Let me tilt the camera down and bring it forward. We'll cut that piece of tape and get them out of the box. While I'm doing that, just want to say if you enjoy this video, if you can give it a like. If you enjoy action figure unboxings, toy hunts, everything action figure fun related, go ahead and subscribe to Hey With That On My Shelf if you haven't done that yet, and get all that funness, I guess is a word, not really, in your feed. So I'd greatly appreciate that. And also if you have a fun comment, that is also greatly appreciated. That said, let's get this Iron Man out the box. Alright, we empty here. We empty. So it looks like we got that white piece of paper. Get that out of here. Here's some accessories. I'm actually going to go like this. Come forward, because I am way back from the table and I can't hardly reach. This is not a better view. That's a better view. But easier for me to reach. Alright, let's rip into this. So there's your little blasties. Oh, in the hands. Cool. So they do have the ports that you can port in the blast effect. So that's cool. And let's get the Iron Man. Okay. Get him out of there. Okay, he is cool looking. You know, those digital renders did do it justice. He looks pretty darn good. Looks like, I don't know, can't tell. Definitely, I think everything's kind of a semi-gloss. There's not like a glossy anything, but nice semi-gloss all around. He looks cool. interested about these shoulders. Okay, so it's like the old school Star Wars The Black Series, how they used to do the shoulder pads. They would glue it down here, and then we'll just kind of have to rise up. In the newer, like Troopers and stuff, they actually pegged it into the arm, which works a little bit better. I mean, this is okay, but it gets a little funky when you go like this for a while and you come down. It's supposed to stay down, so that gets a little funky. But I don't know, he's looking pretty cool. I do want to change this camera angle. It's a little bit hard to work with at the moment. Let's see if we can get something a little bit better. Something right there-ish, I think, is going to do the trick. All right. Oop, there's a piece of box. I'm going to throw that away. All right, so we did see these hands. They do have the blast effect holes, which is cool. And I dropped one on the floor. All right, let me grab that one. There we go. And here's your standard blast effects. I mean, they've come in a bunch of different colors. You see blue, you see orange. A lot of these blast effects. Yellow, I think, is kind of the standard. But I've even seen red. Anywhere between yellow and red, I guess. And blue. I don't think I've seen green. I don't think they really do green or anything, purple or anything. But let's check out Iron Man Extremis. Let's do some articulation here. Alright, so for the head, alright, I'm not seeing anything down below. There's no movement anywhere down here. So it is just a ball joint on a rocker. You can see the rocker right there. Ball joint in the top of the head. But that's going to get you some good flying poses with his head like that. I like that a lot. Looking really good. Nice. And then your head down is very good too. Whenever they do a peg on a rocker, you can really get a lot of good up and down. It's not really the best for, I don't know, I want to say more dynamic movement. If there's a ball joint down in the bottom of the neck and one in the top of the head, really gets you a lot of dynamic movement. But if you have a flying character, somebody that's going to be looking up, ball joint on a rocker is kind of just the way to go. Alright, you got a little side to side, not a ton, but a little bit. Of course, it is just a ball joint. Flip it around. Alright, we talked about this shoulder pad here. It is kind of funky, but for the shoulder there is a peg on a rocker going in there, so you can swivel it around and rock it around wherever you need to. It does have a bicep cut. Swivel that if you need to. It's just a peg. And then a double jointed elbow, no pins. Very nice. Looks very good. The hand is an up and down on the fist. And let's move to the waist. Alright, so no waist cut, but we've got our hula hoop here in the top. I do wish a lot of these figures had this and a waist cut. That would give you plenty of motion. I'm not a big fan of the ab crunch. I mean, it gets you, the articulation of it is great, but I don't like the way it looks having big holes and stuff. I mean, it's just so out there. But if you had like a cut right here that went along with this underwear here, his iron underwear, and you had a ball joint down in there plus the top, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Kind of like the Jada Toys does on the Street Fighter figures, especially that Chun-Li. Oh, it's just amazing. But at least we got a upper, you know, ball joint here for a hula hoop action. There's your back. There's your forward. Side to side. Yeah, it works. But like I said, if they could ever incorporate that second ball joint down there, oh man, you get all kind of movement. All right, for the legs. Okay, so you got these little battery pack deals down here. They are on a peg, so they kind of swivel out of the way if you need to get a kick out like that. So that's interesting. There's just a ball joint going in down in there. So there's your kick to the side. There's your kick forward. And your kick back. It's actually more than I've seen on a lot of figures. That's a lot of kickback. There's a lot of space inside of there. Alright, you do have a thigh cut, which is great because it's two different parts of the armor. Very well hidden. It is just a peg down in there, so you get that nice swivel. It's fantastic. Double jointed knees. Get to there. Really nice. No pins. And there's no boot cut or anything. It's all kind of one piece, and it works. You don't really need a cut if it's not supposed to have a cut. And then down here you got a ball joint. I'm sorry. You got a peg on a rocker. Front-facing peg on a rocker there for the foot. That's what we got. He is cool. I don't love these shoulder pads here. I do wish they were kind of like the newer Stormtrooper Marvel Star Wars The Black Series figures, where it was pegged into the actual shoulder, up into here, and it was loose here. It works easier and better to let it slide here rather than here. But that's a minor gripe. He has no pins. I'm loving that. The plastic used is really nice. He's not too, I don't know, gummy. He feels nice and hard. The paint on the gold looks good. It's a nice red that they used. This is a cool Iron Man, and I am super happy to have it. Super happy. Need more Iron Man armor for the shelf for sure. All right, let's set him here. Get a better camera angle. Something there-ish. Looks pretty good. And this is everything you get in the box. So you get his 2 extra hands and 2 blast effects. We'll throw those hands and blast effects on during the posing portion. That's everything that comes in the box of this Iron Man Extremis figure. Let's go ahead and move these out of the way and throw some other figures for scale. Real quick though, I just want to look at this. This is the Iron Man Tony Stark AI, so it's like a real older version of him. I'm not sure Extremis, what model Extremis is. I know it's way up there in Iron Man armor models, but there's a kind of a retro compared to a newer. So you got the gold paint instead of just the yellow. So I wonder if we'll ever see this figure with just the yellow. Sometimes, whenever they do Iron Man, it seems like they'll come out with the gold one first, and then they'll come out with a yellow instead of gold version to make it a little more comic booky, I guess. But we'll see if that happens or not. I like this one though. I think it's very cool. Alright, let's get that retro out of here. Let's throw some other figures for scale. If we're going for scale, let's go ahead and go big. There's Hulk. We're going to move back for Hulk. The old Hulkster is taking up some space here. Alright. Excuse me. There is Extremis there. And, I don't know, here's Spider-Man. Little Spidey. This is the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. And here's Wolverine. That's looking to be a pretty good crew right there, I think. Alright, there is your Iron Man Extremis. Stay tuned for some posing. Thanks so much for watching.